My name is Robin. 4 weeks ago, almost, 3.5, I was violently raped in that chair. He started there. The second rape was in the chair I just moved right here. He bent me over, and that's as much as I'll say. He stole my car, and I was left here for several days without any access to food. As I processed the emotions and the unfortunate situation that I was in, I couldn't help but be grateful because I bent over and took it. There are other women who don't. And I've seen their faces as a nurse in the hospital. I've seen their family members as they process those emotions. And I am a nasty woman. But I did not deserve that. Ashley Judd made an amazing speech on the Women's March for Freedom in DC while I was at work. And I remember taking a picture of my class ring and saying that I too was a nasty woman. And I am. I am she. And I want you to understand that just as seriously as I felt every bit of that night, I let go of it when I granted him forgiveness. That's something that most people won't be able to do. Because when you have to look fear in the face of a 20-something-year-old young black man and feel honored that you were spared the beating that his mother or grandmother or whoever it was who had to deal with that from a family member that taught him it was okay to treat a woman that way, of a man that she loved. You feel honored to be just a stranger in your house at midnight. Who got to be blessed with the grace of God. So, why am I telling you this? I've been abused before. I've been raped before. I have been through a really rough year, and it's still nothing compared to the unfortunate circumstances that the black community lived through during slavery. And if I had to take one for the team, I did it. And I hate saying that out loud. Because when I thought it, while he was giving me his lashing, I was grateful and thankful. And I felt respected. I felt more respected than I did when someone I loved did the same thing to me. And it's funny that I've struggled with this speech because I knew I was going to give it. And these 5 minutes have passed, and I feel 100% confident that I did the right thing. Because I've been in a cell at the bottom of the crotch of hell is what I called it. And they forgot about me for a couple days, and I was not given food. And I was thankful. I was just praying for death at that moment. And when God said that I had been spared a fate far worse than that cell, which was to be spared from human trafficking, it put my whole life in perspective in a way that I will never be able to fully grasp, even though I have thought it through. So, the point of this is I sent him a text message because I was able to get his phone number when he came back to give me my car back. And when I said in person into his face, "Did you know that you raped me?" And I saw the life leave his eyes, and he suddenly looked animalistic and said, "No, that's not what happened. That's not what happened." And I said, "What did happen?" And he said, I paid for it. And I smiled and I said, "Me too. I hope it was worth it." And he let me know a week ago that it was. He came back and took my car again. So to the man who raped me, I still forgive you, because it is not my place to judge. I've dealt with all of the pain. I can say that story now without crying. It hurt a lot going to the hospital and getting the forensics exam done and having to retell it detail by detail. But I did that. And I've now spent 3 separate days at the hospital, and will have to spend more for the surgery that I require. Because the second time you came back caused a lot of damage. And I forgive you. And that's all I have to say. And Ashley Judd, if you ever watch this, you're remarkable. And you were right. Something about Virginia women with our fire in us. Something about a Randolph-Macon woman who can't be well behaved. And there's something about an oyster girl that you just don't want to fuck with. That's all I gotta say. Have a good one.